Should I leave my job and become a stay-at-home mom? This was a question that I had when I sat down to calculate my family's monthly expenses for the past month living in Singapore. If you're new here, my name is Ying Ying, and 7 months ago, I've given birth to a baby boy, and we have been living in Singapore as a family of 3. And after returning work about 4 months ago, I am not performing up to the standard that I used to be at work. I realized that it is tough to juggle my responsibilities as a mom. And needless to say, I don't have time to engage in other hobbies, as well as creating videos. I used to be someone who is quite consistent in terms of tracking my finances and budgeting my expenses. But after having a baby, I realized that I have been less diligent in doing so. A part of me wants to know how much we spend per month, but at the same time, I do know that our expenses are getting a bit out of hand. In a recent survey, it was noted that a typical family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids, will need about 6,600 per month to live in Singapore. So I decided to break down the cost of what my family spends for the last month and to share what are some of the different lifestyle choices we made as a family of 3. For the month of September, these are where our expenses are at. In the category of mortgage and utilities, includes our mortgage, our phone bills, as well as our home bills in terms of electricity bills, water bills, and like paying the maintenance and town council. All in all, is $1,665.86. This is considered quite affordable considering that we own our own place with a low mortgage rate, and comparing to the rental market right now, I think it's still okay. The next one would be subscription. So we have different subscription such as Spotify. I have a Lightroom subscription, as well as a gym membership. All this comes up to about $200 per month. And next one would be childcare, and this is the additional expenses ever since we have a baby. And for us, we chose to have a helper instead of sending our baby to infant care. And the helper salary and monthly levy is about $760. The reason why we hired a helper is because other than taking care of baby XYZ, she'll also be able to do the household chores as well as cooking. In terms of food and groceries, it is a total of $1,449, close to $1,500. Groceries is about $500, and for food and drink is about $960. Yeah, I realized that eating out has been quite pricey, but sometimes you really need the time to really relax. So yeah, total amount that we spend on like entertainment and shopping is $630. These are all shopping for baby XYZ's items. I bought a new carrier, as well as some toys and clothes from Taobao. Got myself some books. The next one will be transport. For transport, it's relatively affordable. It's about $200 per month for the entire family. I work mostly at home, and we mainly take the public transport. On the weekend, sometimes we do spend on taxis so that we can save the time commuting with a baby. So far, this is a better arrangement compared to having a car. So that's all for September. It is $4,900, close to $5,000. This amount does not include our insurance that we pay on a yearly basis, as well as huge expenses such as travel expenses. I expect our monthly expenses to probably reach about at least 6,000 to 7,000 once we add in the missing costs.
By the way, I wanted to share that I have just updated our baby planner downloadable, and we'll be refining the resource slowly. So if you're keen, I've included the link below.
I think this amount is pretty high. Previously, Jingles and I spent about half the amount. Having a child is no joke because the expenses really add up. I find myself being challenged, wanting to get the best for the baby and what is practical for the long run. So for example, buying that organic avocado for $6.
$9.90 avocado. $9.90, okay, this is $10.
Or just buying, a $2 avocado. Well, it doesn't make such a huge impact, but little decisions might add up as well. I have mixed feelings. On one side, I would like to have a job to support the family. We are living much more comfortably with a dual income. However, at the same time, I do feel guilty of outsourcing like the mom duties to a helper. because higher help in Singapore is much more affordable compared to me quitting my job. And that's great because we have options. I also understand that hiring help is also a way to buy back my own time. And when it comes to, house cleaning, cooking, and, even washing the milk bottles, I will have more time to spend on myself, my passion, as well as with my baby. Recently, Jingles and I was on the train and we were chatting with a mom next to us, a new mom. Both of us had sons and our babies are about 1 month apart. We struck up a conversation because of that. One thing led to another. She asked how was it like returning back to work and caring for the baby. During that week, I had a lot of thoughts about work, about where my life is right now. Honestly, I'm very lucky because I get to work from home. I'm able to still see my baby and not miss any milestones. However, I do face some challenges even when we're working from home. And of course, after becoming a mom, I realized that my priorities also shifted. Before, I was much more career driven, and now I'm questioning myself and my worth. And if you know from my previous video, I'm someone who is really focused on financial freedom and my career. The focus has actually changed, considering whether or not to take a career break. My thoughts about living on a single income, I have a lot of fear about that. The new mom we met on the train shared with us that she left her job, and her rationale was that you're replaceable in your work, but you're not replaceable as a mom. And that was the conviction that she had. But for me, I'm full of pride, and taking a step back also means that there will be more uncertainty living on one's income. I tend to compare myself with other moms who are able to juggle family and career perfectly. If you're a mom out there watching this video, let me know if you do share the same type of struggles returning to work, and how do you manage to cope with all these things. So another quip that I had is that WHO and UNICEF recommends that babies or children be breastfed exclusively for the first 6 months of their life. And how is that possible? You need to return to work after 4 months of maternity, because Singapore only provides 4 months of maternity, and therefore it's not enough. Here are some steps that we took in order to be a bit more financially secure and to make it much more easier to live in Singapore, much more comfortably. First one is to rent out our additional room. Right now, our baby sleeps with us in our room, and therefore one room is actually left empty. We were able to use the rental to hire a helper. I believe that not many people would like to share their space, but this is a sacrifice that we're willing to take, and we prefer to be a bit more comfortable. Instead of renting out the common bedroom, we actually rent out the master bedroom so that they have their personal bathroom. The natural step after having a child is to look at getting a car. It would be more convenient to travel around with a child. We decided against it. The prices are crazy. The train station is just about a 5 minutes walk next to our house, and taxis on the long run is much more affordable. It is a much smarter choice for us. Focus on the 20% of the decisions that make up the 80% of the cost. Foregoing a car, which could easily cost us another additional 1,500 per month, we'll be able to spend that money, for example, to eat out or eat better food. And therefore, we can use that money instead to improve other areas of our quality of life. For our wedding, we focus on the most expensive part of a wedding, which is the wedding reception, where the food and beverage costs take some more than 50% of your budget. And by focusing on that alone, we managed to keep our wedding costs less than 8,500 US. So if you have enjoyed this video and wonder how much did I pay for giving birth in Singapore, you might want to check out this next video. And thanks for watching. My name is Ying, and now realize it's a YouTube channel focused on financial tips, relation tips, as well as life topics. Till then, I see you later. Bye!